Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Barnstable This Morning. Just about 11 minutes past the top of the hour on this Tuesday morning. I'm Sarah Colvin, and joining me live on the phone, I welcome our Chief of Police, Paul MacDonald. Chief, good morning.
Good morning, Sarah.
How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, Chief, we're going to talk today about the Community Impact Unit. I know that we've seen these three officers up and down Main Street, and I understand you conducted a survey last week. But first, if you can refresh our viewers' memory on the goals of the Community Impact Unit.
The Community Impact Unit has been operational just about a month right now. It's our piece of the puzzle, working with NOAA, working with HAC, working with all social service agencies to better deal with the homeless problems in and around the village of Hyannis. This particular unit is dedicated to Main Street Hyannis. They work in uniforms, and they work primarily during the daytime hours to deal with any crime and disorder and homeless issues that might arise on the street.
Indeed, and so it seems like thus far they've been successful. Of course, still early in their mission, but definitely things are looking better on Main Street.
Well, it appears to us as making a huge difference. Virtually since they have started, we have had no complaints. We have received no calls regarding homeless disturbances or any other problems with the homeless from the merchants. They themselves, the unit, has generated an enormous amount of calls, but for the merchants themselves, they have not. I think we've had one or two calls in the last month. That's about it. But what we did recently last week is we put together a survey. We did this in conjunction with the Hyannis bid. We sent the email out, the survey, to all of the business up along Main Street, and we're trying to find out what their concerns are, both in quality of life issues and in criminal activity, and what they would like to see us do so we can give better direction to the Community Impact Unit and to the Street Crime Unit.
Great. And so can you share some of those results of the survey, Chief?
It's nothing shocking. It is what we expected. The biggest concern they have are homeless individuals drinking, loitering, and indecent activity. When I say that, urinating and fighting in the public. But I think we've seen a drastic reduction in that also. And the second biggest concern is street-level drug dealing, low-level drug dealing, where individuals seem to be coming in from other different areas around the Cape, and they literally appear to be preying on the homeless individuals up and down Main Street. So they're meeting this afternoon at 2 o'clock in the station with the Street Crime Unit and with our narcotics unit to come up with a plan to deal with that. As you know, last year we brought in the state police undercover unit, and they made several buys up and down Main Street, which really made a significant difference on the crime issues on Main Street. But the other biggest thing is we're concerned. We asked them, how safe are you working and living and visiting on Main Street Hyannis, and amazing, 82% of the respondents said they were reasonably safe or very safe. So it appears to us it's not so much of a criminal element on Main Street that's causing the problem, it's more of a quality of life issues that we have to deal with down there.
Exactly, and certainly looking at the difference between Main Street this year versus last year, and we're definitely seeing a little more positive activity. I mean, it's we're absolutely seeing that improvement. Chief, of course, the same week that the Community Impact Unit was dispatched, we also found that the NOAA shelter is now open 24
Correct.
hours a day.
Yes.
Are we noticing that making an impact on Main Street as well?
That's making a huge impact, and there's a meeting here at 1 o'clock with the day center, with all social services. They're coming in today, and they provide us with a report, and they give us the numbers of the actual individuals who are using the shelter during the daytime. What they do, the shelter is it closes at 7 o'clock in the morning, closes for approximately an hour while they clean the shelter and they get ready for breakfast, and they reopen it at 8 or 8:30. Then anyone who wants to come back into the shelter, receive their services there, go back in the shelter. And the numbers that I've been seeing is between 21 and 28 individuals on a daily basis are using the shelter. That's huge, because if those individuals were not on the shelter, they possibly, I'm not saying they would, but they possibly would be on Main Street causing a problem. So I think it's making a dramatic impact. And plus, Duffy and Vinfin, they now know where their clients are going to be. I mean, rather than go to Duffy or go to Vinfin, they can send their caseworkers directly to the shelter and provide whatever service they need at the shelter.
And I understand that's, again, another thing the Community Impact Unit is helping with is when they encounter a homeless person on the street, they can direct them to the services and let them know, hey, the NOAA shelter is open, or, here's where you go to get other services.
Their job is not out there to make arrests. Their job out there is more to make the referrals, identify the homeless individuals, identify the problems and the needs they have, and not only direct them, but they will transport them. If they have to go to the hospital, if they have to go to the meeting, if they have to go to probation, if they have to go to court, or if they have to go to the hospital, we will bring them.
That's great, and so look forward to continued success for that. Chief, before I let you go, of course, I want to talk about the Father's Day car show
Yes.
that's coming up this Sunday. A huge event on Main
Yes.
Street. I think we expect between 40 and 60,000 people. The
Yes.
street is shut down. So talk to me a little bit about police involvement for controlling the crowds.
Well, looking at the weather, it's going to be another beautiful day, which is great. This, as Sarah said earlier, this is the 20th anniversary of the car show. We have a great deal of experience at doing that. We work very closely with the Hyannis Chamber of Commerce. They and their volunteers do an awesome job. We have a minimal number of officers there for traffic control because their volunteers do such a great job. And then we have X number of plainclothes officers just walking through crowds, make sure there are no problems. And I can't remember last time that there ever been a problem at the car show. This is a great family event, and again, this year we expect a huge crowd down there.
Indeed, and I would think, too, the Main Street station open, so if people do have concerns, they can just walk in there and speak to whomever's on duty in there.
The Main Street station will be open. Yeah, as you know, the Community Impact Unit will be working out of there. It's almost being as a precinct. And starting next Monday, the Street Crime Unit will also be reassigned from headquarters. They too will be working down there, so that should be open almost on a 24-hour basis.
Great. And so with the beautiful weather we've had recently, of course, lots of people down here.
Yep.
How has the last week been in terms of police activity, Chief? Anything significant?
It's been very busy for service calls, but there's been no real serious event. I mean, we had one crazy motor vehicle accident the other day up by Cooks and Friendly's where somebody drove forward, they hit a fence, backed up, hit 2 more cars, pulled forward again, hit 3 more cars, and backed up again, hit the building, and it was just a mess. But besides that, it's been quiet. It's been quiet as far as any significant events, but it's been busy in call volume.
Great. Well, let's hope it stays that way, Chief. And I thank you so much, as always, for joining us here on Barnstable This Morning.
Okay, I'll see you at the car show.
Thanks. Yeah, absolutely. Have a great day.
All righty, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Chief of Police Paul MacDonald joining us as he does each and every Tuesday morning. And really wonderful to see that Community Impact Unit out on Main Street Hyannis helping to improve all aspects of hanging out on Main Street. Much more to come on Barnstable This Morning.